Hello and welcome. Today I would like to introduce you to our starter set for grain collecting or Messor ant species. Species of the genus Messor are found in steppes and semi-deserts, for example in southern Europe, Asia and Africa. Due to the large amount of transported plant seeds, they have been known as harvester ants since ancient times. There are about 100 different species of the genus Messor worldwide. For example, Messor barbarus or Messor structor are very popular among ant keepers in Europe. Most species are diurnal at 25 to 30 degrees Celsius and hibernate from around November to March, depending on the region. They need the grains to survive the winter period, as they are also active during this time at well over 10 degrees, depending on the region. They feed mainly on so-called ant spread. For this purpose, they collect different plant seeds, which they store in their granaries. They are also hunters, but they only hunt slow and easy to catch animals. The protein demand is higher in spring than at the end of the year because of the increased brood development. In general, you can say the larger a colony becomes, the higher the protein requirement. We have taken all these factors into account for this set. First of all, let me introduce to you the included parts. To begin with, we have an arena, that is the outworld area for the animals. Here the ants can supply themselves with food and water and put down their waste. The arena is equipped with a breakout protection frame as well as a glass cover with removable ventilation grids. Unlike other starter sets, 2 ant farms are included here as nesting areas. These ant farms have ready-to-use dig-fix nest inserts. I will explain the exact background and function later. For connecting the farms, we have this transparent hose, as well as the basin hose connector and the desert soil for filling the floor of the arena. We've included a little more soil in case you want to fill a farm with it as an alternative to the dig-fix nest inserts. Caps and plugs to close the optional extensions. A thermohygrometer to measure temperature and humidity. Breakout protection oil, appropriate food, which consists of different types of grains that are very well accepted by Messor species, as well as proteins, a drinker, a food dispenser, a bowl, a magnifying glass to look at details, spring steel tweezers to grab the animals, and plastic tweezers to grab solid objects or waste. A pipette to moisture the farm and a sponge to apply the escape protection oil. And finally, a decorative photo back wall with a desert theme and the red cover foil that simulates an underground feeling for the ants to encourage nest digging on the front window. Now I will show you how to set up all those components. First, we fill the arena with the desert soil. Please note that we fill only a very thin layer of 1 to 2 millimeters. If we fill in too much substrate, there is the problem that the animals could dig directly in the arena and not in the intended farms or nest areas. Now we attach the basin hose connector to the arena so we can plug the hose on there. From the other end of the hose we cut off a piece, which we use as a connector between the farms. Now we push the ends of the hose onto the sockets of the farms to connect them. With the 27 mm plug and the 10 mm cap, we close the remaining openings on the arena and the farm. Now I fill the drinker with water, the grains into the feeder and the feeder insects into the bowl. I place these in the front of the arena so I can best check if food or water needs to be refilled and make sure that nothing goes bad. When everything is set up in the arena, you can attach the thermohygrometer to the underside of the frame. Make sure that the thermohygrometer is attached to the inside edge of the frame, not the outside edge. Otherwise, the frame will not fit on the arena. Attention, there is only one gluing attempt because the glue holds extremely well and is difficult to remove. We now coat the frame with the breakout protection oil. You can use our included sponge for this, or you can use a household cloth or your finger to apply it. Try out what is easiest for you. Now place the frame on the rubberized edge of the arena. Check again if everything is sealed. Theoretically, the system would be safe now, because the animals cannot escape. To be on the safe side, we still have a glass cover where 2 replaceable ventilation grills are inserted. These allow fresh air to get in. Before we put the animals in, we moisten the last farm with a pipette. Please do not use more than 1 pipette of water. The first moistening can be done through the lid. When the animals have moved in, you can use the side opening. Since the species comes from the Mediterranean region, so a rather dry region, the moist nest part should be kept only slightly moist. The other farm in the middle does not need any moisture at all and should remain dry. This farm is then used by the ants to store collected grains and later for the ant bread. To reach the temperature of 25 to 30 degrees, which is needed for keeping most harvester ant species, we recommend using an optional spotlight or a heating mat. Of course, it is better if you can heat the whole room to the required temperature. Please do not place the setup in direct sunlight though, because this can heat it up too much. The starter set is ready and we can now let the colony move in. Therefore, we simply open the test tube and place it in the middle of the arena. The ants will now start digging, and in a couple days or weeks your ant farm could look like this. I hope you liked the video and it was helpful. Thank you for watching.